Fox News Alert, my full monologue in just a moment. But first, we have major breaking news breaking right now as we now come on the air tonight. Joining us with this story, Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. Tom, this just breaking, what I've been able to read in just short order is incredible. What do you have?
Well, more documents out of the Obama State Department showing that Christopher Steele, Glenn Simpson, had special access to a person called Jonathan Weiner, who was the Libya guy in the Kerry State Department. And Weiner was working with Victoria Nuland and a top aide for Steny Hoyer, the incoming majority leader at the time, or soon to be majority leader at the time, after the election, all about Russia and obviously targeting Trump. It's just incredible to see. We worry about the Justice Department and Bruce Orr and Peter Strzok. Well, the State Department, it was all hands on deck in terms of targeting President Trump. They were meeting with Glenn Simpson, Christopher Steele, Clinton aides Sidney Blumenthal, another Clinton associate, Cody Shear. There was more than one dossier, obviously, going into the FBI and the Justice Department, not from only Christopher Steele, but created by the State Department itself, targeting Trump. And the documents show that Jonathan Weiner was in contact with Glenn Simpson in September of 2016, who then immediately contacted Weiner, Victoria Nuland, a top aide at the State Department. And then after the election, they're working hand in glove with Steny Hoyer's guy on these Russia issues and obviously conveying information that they were gaining from Christopher Steele, who was extremely close to Jonathan Weiner. Jonathan Weiner was Christopher Steele's contact at the State Department going back a number of years.
Let me ask you, because I got a couple of these. You know, when Weiner is writing to Ginsburg, to Christopher Steele, Chris Steele's a friend of mine, very high-end business intelligence service based in London. He formerly worked for UK government. I spoke to Chris. It's complicated. At another point in another email about Steele, to Steele and his partner, request for contact, specific contacts on behalf of the U.S., World Bank, International Monetary Fund. Chris advises you brief the country team. It would be best this not come in from or through any U.S. official, but straight on request in light of the impact on Mongolia and need to know. I mean, as you have now had more time with these than me, what do you interpret these things to say?
The Steele's relationship with the State Department goes back a number of years. He was well positioned to launder the Russia dossier information through this person, Jonathan Weiner. Weiner admitted that he moved some of the information over to the Justice Department. So Steele has this relationship with the State Department that's long-standing, at least the Obama State Department. Then comes election time. His contact becomes his vehicle to launder the information into the Justice Department and the FBI and into working with directly through Victoria Nuland, it looks like, another top State Department official, and Weiner, who has really no business doing any of this as the Libya coordinator at the State Department, on the Russia issues with Steny Hoyer's top guy. You know, the question I have here when you take a step back is, because we've seen other documents where the State Department was pushing Russia-related material to friendlies in Congress, classified information, just before President Trump's inauguration. I want to know what Democrats in Congress knew what and when about the dossier. It's pretty clear they were in on it just as much as Comey, Strzok, Page, and the Clinton and DNC gang.
Let me ask you one more question. When you say these documents show Fusion GPS and Clinton bought and paid for a spy, Christopher Steele, had a close relationship with the Obama State Department, and the State Department under John Kerry is emerging as another center in all of this as it relates to going against President Trump, and Weiner writing an op-ed claiming that Christopher Steele and Clinton confidant Sid Vicious Blumenthal approached him with separate dossiers. What do let's tie this together if you can.
There was more than one dossier. You had the Steele dossier, and it looks like you had a dossier created by Jonathan Weiner at the State Department, using as a source not only Steele, but folks like Sidney Blumenthal, Clinton aide or pal, and Cody Shear, who goes back for a long time with the Clinton group. This is just incredible in the sense that everyone's been thinking that it's the Justice Department and the FBI, that's where all the bad activities was taking place. Secretary Pompeo needs to be working with AG Barr as closely as any other agency head in terms of decoding the deep state conspiracy against then candidate Trump and then President Trump. And they were desperate to get this information out to their friendly Democrats on the Hill just before Trump was inaugurated. And it wasn't to help President Trump. It was try to destroy him and undermine him.
All right, Tom Fitton, Judicial Watch. We'll be digesting this now for the next couple of days. Thank you for that report.